Switching gears to the tropics, it's the peak of the hurricane season, and we have one major hurricane to talk about. This is Hurricane Lee, and right now we have the hurricane hunters, NOAA's Air Force. They're getting a lot of information from this storm. So you have your high level altitude flight there, that's around 41 to 45,000 feet, and then you have your low altitude flight that's coming in from St. Croix, getting information at around 10,000 feet in the center of the storm. So we're going to have new data coming in. We're going to have all these flights going in and out over the next couple of days, bringing in the latest data. And right now we have a very strong Category 3 hurricane, wind sustained at 120 miles per hour. So it has strengthened quite a bit since earlier this morning. Now it's expected to continue to strengthen into a Category 4 hurricane into the overnight hours into Monday morning, and then winds up to right around 140 miles per hour as we get into your Tuesday afternoon and all the way through your Wednesday. So Hurricane Lee is going to stay very strong. It's going to enter very favorable environments for it to further strengthen. And then eventually, when it starts to make that turn to the north, that's when we're going to see it slow down, weaken a little bit before it curves up to the north, staying well away from the state of Florida. But then eventually it should weaken back down to a Category 1 hurricane by around Friday, with winds sustained still at around 90 miles per hour. So still a very strong storm, but not nearly as strong as what it's going to be later on in this work week. So let me show you the latest computer models. It does stay west of longitude 70 degrees, and then we should see this work its way to the north. So a little bit of disagreement of what's going to be happening at least through next Friday, but we do have a lot of the models leaning towards an impact there along northeastern Canada, so Nova Scotia. So here's what's going to help steer this away from the state of Florida. So we have high pressure to the north, it's going to steer it to the west, and we have a much stronger hurricane. It helps it move to the west. If it was, or rather, if we have a much weaker system, it would continue to move to the west. But since it's stronger, it will gain latitude. And then we're going to have this cold front right here. That's going to help draw it up to the north, and keeping it away from the state of Florida. It's actually going to get absorbed into this cold front. And that's going to help steer it again away from the southeast. So at this point, it should be over 700 to 800 miles away from West Palm Beach. No impacts directly across the state of Florida. So we have Margot over here. This one's going to stay out to sea. And then we have two other areas that we're watching. We have Invest 97L, very low chance of it developing, and then we have a wave that just emerged off of Africa. Now 97L will get absorbed rather by this wave right here over the next couple days. And I wanted to show you the future model. So we have future vorticity, which is the spin in the upper levels. Let me show you what happens. It starts to get its act together, becoming a little bit more organized. So we could have a brand new system to talk about a week from today, next Sunday. So we are going to be keeping an eye on that. Next name on the list is Nigel. Again, keep in mind today is the peak of the hurricane season.